Welcome back, vlog. I got a long day ahead today. I've got work all day and then right afterwards I'm DJing, but I already packed my records from the last time I DJed, so I'm just gonna use that set because I felt pretty good about it the last time. And then I'm also DJing with my DJ partner of since 2017, same guy. And then Nick is gonna join us. Anyway, I'm gonna be 23 weeks pregnant tomorrow, and I'm feeling pretty good, pretty energetic this week. On Tuesday, my friend Karumi came over. Last week I talked about my pregnancy cravings and how I've been wanting crab boils all the time. And so my friend Karumi was like, oh, it's really easy to do it yourself. If you're interested, I could like show you how we can go to like Costco and then figure it out. So she came over, we got all the ingredients. She doesn't have a Costco membership, so I was like, you should just get whatever you want, you know? Get your own like shopping trip too. So she did, and we had a really good time. And usually whenever I go through, I don't really take my time at Costco. I kind of have a set list, and then kind of power through it. But this time, we really took our time. And you know, the best part about Costco is trying the samples, which I never, ever do. And this time I did, and excellent. Like, I get why people go there just for samples. So she showed me how to do everything, and turns out it's super easy. It's not as cost effective as I thought it would be. So I think it actually might be better just to go to a crab boil and get all the ingredients that you want and all of that. But the cool thing about doing it at home is that you control the ingredients, right? So you know that you're using butter, not margarine. You know that you're using better for you ingredients, though a crab boil isn't that great for you anyway. Now that I know how to do it, I guess the intrigue is kind of gone. I can make like a small batch version for myself if I wanted to. So yeah, I guess I don't have to go to a crab boil every week now. Yesterday I went to a T3 event. T3 is a hair tools company that my little sister really likes. I am personally a GHD person now, a GHD convert, because I've been using GHD for, I think, consistently for the last year. They have a wand called the Chronos. So when I got the invite from T3, I'm like, oh, I'm interested in seeing what they have. So they launched a new tool that honestly I didn't have high hopes for, but once I got there and got my hair done, oh yeah, someone did my hair, which is so great because I showed up with straight-ish hair with a little bit of dry shampoo in it, and then a person did a demo right away. I got there right on time, so I got a seat right away, and then they styled my hair. And the cool thing is that usually for straightening irons, I use a 1-inch straightening barrel, right? And the plates within the tongs are heated. But in this case, it wraps around, so you can use it 3 separate ways. You can use it to like wrap your hair around and then use it as a curling wand. You can also just straighten your hair with it, and then you can use the plates within to do waves and crimps. And so they did my hair, took like no time, and I usually keep my hair for like a week. And so yeah, like I slept on it last night, so it kind of like fell out a little bit, but I prefer it a little looser like this. And it's also very humid this week because it just rained yesterday. It's just been very humid and gross this week. But yeah, it really kept the style, and I didn't really, what did I put in it? I put this Olaplex like leave-in thing so that I could treat my hair, but besides that, I didn't put any finishing stuff on it. That was that. But when she did my hair, it made it feel like it was so much longer. I love brushing my hair, and I do it every night. And I refrained from doing it last night because I wanted to show in this video like the before and after of the slept-in hair. So this is before. I mean, it still looks really good. And this is the after brushing it out. Yeah, it feels so good. I've been using this, what is this? The Mason Pearson Popular brush for the past almost 10 years now. I got it in 2017, I believe, maybe 2015. I'm not 100% sure. I could check my email, but I got it from like a credit from Urban Outfitters because I did some work with them. And yeah, they asked what I wanted, and that was on my wish list, along with like a bunch of records and stuff. And they actually sent it. And normally I wouldn't spend this type of money on, because this thing is like $270. Normally I wouldn't spend that type of money on this, you know, but because it was there and it was available for the credit, I got it. And yeah, it's kind of remarkable. And now that I have it, I'm like, damn, if that ever, I mean, people have these for their life, you know? But if it ever, I don't know, damage it or lose it or whatever, I'm definitely buying another one, which is such a bummer to say because it's so expensive. I'd probably get the smaller one, like the kid size, because I don't need, even though I have really long and thick hair, I don't need like a whole paddle like this. This is massive. Look at the comparison. And I have a pretty big face, so it's pretty massive. Crown Affair makes a really good one too. It's not as like plushy, but it's still really good. And I gotta say, this really has changed my hair because I only wash my hair on Sundays. I know that sounds wild and gross, but my hair doesn't get that oily anymore because what happens is the boar bristles takes the oil from up top and then redistributes it to the end of my hair. So I don't have any split ends and I haven't cut my hair in like a year. And yeah, it redistributes the oils and all that good stuff. And it also brushes off all the dirt and dust that gathers up on your hair. And so unless you're doing like a wild Bikram yoga situation, you would want to wash your hair, obviously. But besides that, it's pretty good. And yeah, I usually don't go an entire week without washing my hair, especially during the summer, you know? So it's been pretty good. And because, I mean, not to justify the price or anything, but if you were someone who had to wash your hair every other day or so, you're using way less product in the long run because you're not using as much shampoo, as much, even dry shampoo I don't use that much anymore. Styling products, you're not like redoing your hairstyle every week or so. I mean, every other day or so, you know? Oh, I got a new carrier for a baby carrier. This company called Artie Pop reached out, which I was already looking at things online and I've already seen Artie Pop pop up. It's such a luxury item because it's almost like $500 for a carrier. They reached out and they're like, hey, pick one that you like. And so I picked one that would be washable. Makes sense, right? And so I just got it in the mail and right away I tried it on. And I've been watching so many videos on things to buy and things to avoid. And anyway, I've just been like over consuming content on pregnancy stuff, you know? A few years ago, I was talking to my friend Austin, who is an elementary school teacher, about why he doesn't want to have kids, you know? And like, there's no judgment there. Like, I understand why people don't want to have kids, but he had a reason that I like had never considered before in the past. And he said, well, it's pretty bad on the environment to have kids because, you know, all the stuff that comes along with all the things that you need, especially in this modern age where people are just buying so much stuff and consuming so much stuff. And I get it. Like, I'm a part of it, you know, I'm part of the problem for sure. And I'm trying to be more mindful of it. And so when he said that, it just kind of stuck in my brain for a really long time because I've wanted kids for a very long time. But I also don't want to buy a cradle that I only use for 3 months and then throw it away, right? And so Jason and I put a lot of thought into the things that we've been bringing in. And thankfully, a lot of our friends and family have had kids recently. So we're getting a lot of people just saying, hey, I have this, I have that. And I'm basically covered for the next like 6 months to a year in terms of clothing, which I'm so grateful for. And then brands have been reaching out, which I'm so grateful for, to like send stuff. And I've turned down a couple things, but the things that I think are really cool, I've said yes to. And so Artie Pop asked me if I wanted a carrier from their line. And it's something that normally I wouldn't afford, you know, I couldn't afford. And before I said yes, I looked at all their videos and people who have had, because I noticed that people have multiple carriers, and some people have like 15, some people have like 5, you know? And I'm like, I just want one ideally, and I would love to just carry my baby everywhere I go. And so before I said yes, I watched a ton of videos, and everyone who has this carrier, they're like, it's so expensive, but they would buy it over again, or it's so expensive, but it's the best one that they have, you know? And so I'm thinking, if I'm wearing this every day for X amount of hours, then would I justify the price if I were spending my own money? And then right when I got it, I just like, oh my gosh. I'm like really, it's so well made. And I'm looking at every single corner of it and every single seam, and I'm just so excited about it. I'm so excited for this baby to come so I can like carry him. Oh, I mean, I'm gonna be a stroller mom, obviously, but I also want to carry him as much as I can. Right when we got it, I practiced it with Sanu, and she seems to really like being carried like that. So I walked around the house for a little bit, and then yeah, it felt really comfortable. And then Jason was like, why don't you take her outside and see if you can walk her up the street? And usually when she walks up the street, she gets kind of squirmy because, I don't know, she's got like a secret ankle monitor or something. She just feels like she shouldn't be. Oh, new neighbors are moving in right now, so there's gonna be a lot of noise outside. Normally she's like, ugh, like fidgety and stuff, but she was totally fine until like the very last like bit when I got a little bit too far from the house. She started squirming and like scratching, and so I'm like, oh, okay. So I walked her back home, and then yeah, she seems to really like it. She's just a little baby, you know? It's kind of gloomy today, but also very humid and hot. So gross. Jason's at Costco right now doing our weekly Costco run, or almost weekly Costco run. Oh my gosh, look at this eyeshadow. Oh, this is ColourPop Party of 5. It's a super shock shadow. Can you see that? It is, wow, stunning. I wore this yesterday, but I didn't layer it on like this. Oh my gosh, this is so fluid and liquidy. I'm just getting ready for work right now, so I gotta go make a big breakfast, and then, yeah, I'll see you in a bit. No sound. It's no lights, no music? Good morning, everyone. It's actually pretty late in the morning. I slept in today because it's been a busy past few days of things to do, and yeah, I woke up not feeling like that, feeling like really heavy, like in weight, you know, today. So I really took my time to, you know, get ready, and not get ready even, I'm not even ready, but just kind of get myself to wake up and make coffee and tea. Anyway, today is going to be a ceramics day, so I'm gonna make some stuff. I was planning on going into the studio and then throwing a bunch of these like egg yolk separators. They're for bakers, so you, or people who just want egg whites, I guess. You crack your egg in here and then you spit it out, or you spit out the whites. So you can use the whites, and it reserves the yolk for, ideally for bakers, right? And my friend Nagisa, who lives in Japan, ordered one. She ordered one that's like this clay body that's called Rodspod. So I think instead of just making one, because it is the end of September right now, and markets are gonna come up soon, I'm gonna try and crank out as many as I can. So maybe a dozen or so. I've been meaning to make these toilets right here. So this is a design that I made like years ago. And then recently a teacher, like a high school teacher, posted his student's work, and it was the toilet, and it blew up and it went viral. At first, like a bunch of people sent it to me because it was my design. And then I was looking at it for a long time and I'm like, you know what? She did it better than me because it looks like she molded it out of one solid piece of clay, where I went ahead and my first iteration or first few iterations of this, it was all separate pieces, right? So the tank was one, the seat cover thing is one, seat top was one, this bottom thing is one, and the base is like two. And when you, in clay, when you make all these attachments, it becomes like more vulnerable to cracking, right? And so, yeah, it took so long to dry, and it was just kind of a pain in the ass to make. So that's why I charge like way too much for it, I think. I mean, it's a sense of scale, right? Because I'm charging like my time for it. But the point of this is that you put your phone in and it amplifies through the toilet bowl itself so that you don't have to connect to Bluetooth. Anyway, so after I saw her design of it, I recreated my design using just one solid piece of clay. Turns out it saves so much more time in that I don't have to form all these pieces separately and then secure the attachment, because I'm just molding it and carving it out of one solid piece of clay. So it ended up saving me a lot more time. So it was kind of like a cool thing that happened. Like, she was inspired by my work, if she saw it, and then I was inspired by her problem solving. Virgil Normal asked if they can order a couple of these, so I'm gonna make a couple of them for Charlie at Virgil Normal to sell at his shop. And then I was just on my computer planning out my day for today and tomorrow and Monday, because I don't really have set schedules for those days, and there's a bunch of things that I want to finish off. It doesn't have to fit, you know, a certain time frame or anything, because I do just like work from home. I do mostly just freelance, so my schedule is pretty I just have to plan it, you know? So I'm sitting down and planning everything, and then I get an order. This makes me so happy. I can't even like talk. I'm just so excited. I got an order for this, which I made also a few years ago. Yeah, 2023. This is the first one that I made. At first, when I made it, I received like maybe a couple orders for it. Again, I marked it like really expensive because it takes so much time to make, and like, I don't want to be a dick or anything. It seems like it doesn't take that much work, I'm sure, but it takes like constant monitoring, and you know, you start the project today and then tomorrow you mold it a little bit more and you carve it, and then you let it dry, but you have to keep an eye on it when it dries so that there's no cracks. And then if there are, then the project's done, then you start over. So it's like a pretty high failure rate. And then for this piece, at least, because it's so much clay and it's so heavy. Oh, this is an ear like charcuterie board platter. The reaction for it is so polarizing because some people love it and some people hate it. And the point that I made it was so that for dinner parties, like during the holidays especially, when someone brings their dips, oh my God, I have like crud all over my face. When someone brings their like dips and holiday stuff, they can like present it in this, and it could just be a funny centerpiece, you know, or a funny piece to add to a table that is oftentimes so serious. A lot of the dinner parties that I go to, or like events that I go to in LA, it's very serious, like serious pottery, serious plating, everything's white, everything looks pretty. But then the stuff that I really like are the things that show a little bit of personality, so unique ceramics. Someone bought this morning, and I don't think anyone's bought it since I've been posting regularly. I stopped posting completely on ceramics, not completely, but like almost completely, last year and this year, just like a few really random pieces. So someone bought this, and I'm so grateful because, yeah, I've been feeling really insecure about my ceramics and stuff. And I know that, you know, people aren't spending money on like silly things right now because the economy is really bad and times are really stressful. But yeah, these pieces bring me so much joy, and yeah, I'm really excited to get into the studio to make these today. All right, I just want to show something off real quick. Hey, there's Sandy. Jason just built this. We always have our shoes like out and about, right? So usually like I have house slippers, not house slippers, but if I'm going out to take out the trash or something like that, and then a pair of walking shoes, and then maybe one pair of shoes that I wear out. And it gets kind of messy because we're a shoes off household. And then Jason was like talking about getting a shoe rack, and I was thinking, oh my god, they're so big and bulbous and like they're not gonna look cute. But he built this, like he came up with this design. If you look on the other side, these screw holes are kind of offset, so then it ends up being hidden, or the screws end up being hidden. Yeah, and then I think he's gonna stain it so that it matches, or no, not stain it, put like oil on it so that it matches our cabinets. But it's cool because he's been not staining, gosh, what is that oil called? I have like pregnancy brain. Oh my gosh. But he's been oiling like this, for instance. Like he sanded down and oiled it, and it's just from IKEA, but now it looks way better. And same with these bed frames that we just got from also IKEA. Oh, the bed is not made right now because my friend Nick just came by with his kids and they were playing hide and seek. And they're like, we're gonna hide. And they both hid under the blanket, thinking that, come on, you can see the bumps, you know, but kids don't know any better. Jason's been staining stuff, and it's cool because, so that's like newer IKEA, right? I think it's still available now. But this is IKEA from like 40 years ago when Jason was born. There's a matching set. And we have, I'm like out of breath. And we have both of them, and they're from his childhood. And the crazy thing is that when Jason was a baby, his mom changed his diaper on this. So I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna change Jason's diapers on this now. I'm gonna change our baby's diapers on that. And then over here, oh, Jason just did these pillowcases, but over here it's, yeah, we had these pillows that were really uncomfy, and then Jason made new pillowcases for it. But then the rug that's underneath is a new rug that we just got from Quince, and they have wool rugs there for pretty cheap. Like, not cheap, but like less expensive than most places, IKEA included. We got this really cool looking wool rug that hopefully we'll have for years to come. The cats seem to really, really like the rug, so. Yeah, so they've been like kind of clawing at it, and I don't know how to get them to stop. But yeah, it's really comfy, and it's like nice and thick. Yeah, we're turning this room into a guest room for now, but eventually it will be a room for the baby, you know? Oh, and these beds are stacked twin beds, also from IKEA. So yeah, it's 2 separate beds. So if we have, let's say, a couple coming over, then we can unclick them and then shove them right next to each other so they have a queen or a king size bed. But for an everyday purpose, we just have them stacked like this, which I thought was pretty smart. Sandy loves this room. She's always in here. She's seeking attention right now because when the kids were here, they were kind of terrorizing her a little bit because they were just so excited, you know. They don't have cats. They have a dog, but Desi really wants a cat. Oh, now she's purring. Yeah, this is where Sandy often sleeps during the day. She'll just hang out here by herself.